It could be the end. So it is a gloomy Thursday, and aside from staying in and cleaning the house, I'm gonna eat some lunch and I'm gonna think of some dinner. I'm feeling kind of like a soupy night with maybe some like cornbread on the side. So a lot of you guys have been asking about recipes and food ideas because you want clear skin, you want to feel better, you want more energy. You know, you want to increase your vitality and your longevity. And so there are definitely ways that you can do that. And I just encourage you guys to learn and educate yourself. There are many amazing plant-based doctors, and authors and educators on the subject. And so a few of my favorite, Dr. Caldwell Esselstyn, when I heard his story and seen his study, it literally created this big soft place in my heart for him. Also John McDougall, Dr. John McDougall, Dr. Michael Clapper, Dr. Pam Popper, Dr. Milton Mills, Dr. Dean Ornish, Dr. Colin Campbell. There's just so many that promote this lifestyle, and not just because of what they believe or in support of their own agenda, but because they follow evidence-based medicine and they look at the scientific consensus and the most relied upon meta-analysis studies, and they form their conclusions based on real evidence. And I love that. Another one is Dr. Michael Greger. So definitely check all these guys out. Look them up on YouTube. They have some amazing videos. Dr. Neil Barnard. I could keep going on and on and on. So anywho, that's enough. I'm just going to show you basically what I eat and also how I truly do keep it pretty simple. You can make this lifestyle as easy and simple or as fancy as you want. And so, yeah, we'll just get to it. So we have a bunch of zucchini and also patty pan squash from the garden, as well as like green beans. So I'm always looking for ways to use them in my meals. And so I'm gonna show you basically a little meal that I'm gonna use with this leftover chopped zucchini that I had. You guys may or may not know, but I basically try to incorporate half of my plate in vegetables and fiber. And I found that this is the best way that my body feels, like eating this way. I feel best with my digestive health eating this way. My body loves fiber. Most people's bodies love fiber actually, but I've got the will, and my palate has changed so much that now I will choose veggies over, say, something that is not veggies. So yeah, so we'll see what we come up with. Oh, you guys see how much food this is? This is like a, I don't know, this is a pretty big lunch. I don't know, I would say I pretty much eat this way. Most of the time I eat really big portions, and the chances of me getting another plate is actually pretty likely. I eat so much volume. I love food, and I love to feel full and satiated, and I feel so good eating this way. This is how I maintain right around 125 pounds. And so I am basically around 125, 130, and this is what I eat pretty much to maintain that. I eat this way all the time. I eat a ton of color, a ton of veggies, legumes, tons of starches. So let me explain what we have here. So we have like a bed of rice. I have some cheesy broccoli potato casserole that I made that's over the rice, and then over that we have a lentil chili with chives on top, a sweet potato, who doesn't love sweet potatoes, and then a large side of a mixture of zucchini and patty pan squash seasoned, and a little bit of veggie broth, garlic, salt. And so again, I may have another plate of this. So this truly is a lot of food, and you can lose weight eating this way. You can lose so much weight. And so basically I try to, like I said, make a large portion or at least half of my plate veggies. So broccoli casserole, we have a ton of veggies. So the starches are not just starches alone, they're starches with tons of veggies, and then we have another huge side of veggies, and then over here we have the sweet potato. There's so much nutrition in this. This is how we eat to maintain our health, maintain our weight, even our moods. My mood has changed drastically since eating this way. My moods are stable, and I really and truly enjoy food more now than I ever have, because my palate has changed and I enjoy foods for their simplicity. So I'm going to enjoy this. Don't judge me. I am not totally SOS free. So I do still enjoy some sugars, typically from plant sources like dates and you know, maple syrup. I do still enjoy hot sauce, which does have salt in it. You don't have to add those things, but I thoroughly enjoy them. So I do. They don't hurt me. They don't hurt my health. I don't have any issues with those foods or additives or condiments, so I continue eating this way, and I'm very happy doing so. This hot sauce, by the way, I got at, well, there it is, TJ Maxx. I'm a hot sauce connoisseur. I love hot sauces and spices. I love flavorful food, hence why I love a lot of like chilies and curries. But this is actually a really good. It says it's just a little hot, like the baseline hot. This is a habanero hot sauce. This stuff is definitely, I would not give it a 1. I would give it more like a 2 or a 3 personally, but again, I love spicy food. I don't think I've ever really tasted my food up until I started eating whole foods on the lower fat side, because fats are really rich. So typically when you eat a lot of fats, you start to pretty much just look for the fat, the fatty taste or the rich taste in foods. This is some lentil chili, potato, rice. Adding on the sweet potato totally changed the flavor. So, I don't think I ever really tasted food before. I think I really just tasted a mixture of, you know, salt and sugar and fat, and those 3 things combined, of course, you know, excite your cells. And so I savor my food. It tastes so much better and so much, I guess, richer in a different sense than it ever has before. And I do want to add, like, America typically eats a standard American diet, and so you almost forget how good simple can taste. I want you guys to know after I eat this, this kind of food actually gives me energy. So most people attribute eating a really big meal like this to being almost lethargic and tired after. Food like this gives me energy. I'm ready to like work out or clean. And so food is meant as a source of energy for us. So your food should totally rejuvenate and recharge you. Or at least relax you while you're in the process of digesting, and then give you energy thereafter. So if your food does not give you energy, and if you do feel more on the tired side after eating, your food is no longer providing you that energy source. It's becoming more of a task for your body. So I pay attention to that. I pay attention to how my body feels after I eat certain things. And that's a really big indicator as to whether your body enjoys the foods that you're eating or not. So after this, I will probably read a chapter in my book, and then I'm gonna clean the house, or like I said, work out. And I will not be hungry again until dinner, and it's 3:20. So I probably won't be hungry again until right around 7 o'clock. I try to get dinner in right at 7 or right before, because I really believe that you should eat in sync with the pattern of the sun. So we really try to. It doesn't always happen, obviously, but that's what I shoot for. This is the way that I eat to heal my skin. And like I said, this is also the food that I ate when I was healing from endometriosis, as well as other really big female reproductive issues. This is the way that I ate that whole time, and this is also the way that that I feel best when I eat. So I'm rambling, but yeah. So I'm gonna get back with you guys later. I'm gonna enjoy this before it gets cold, and we'll decide what we're gonna make for dinner. I'm thinking maybe a minestrone, but yeah, we'll see. That was delicious, but I saw these and I think I'm in the mood for a fig. There's only 3 left, so I may have 1 or 3. I love figs. I used to love dates like this, but figs are my new favorite. 3 figs later. Got this at McKay's for 75 cents, yo. I'm so excited about this. I'm about to learn about Okinawa. I'm excited. I'm gonna read you this little excerpt. It talks about life in Sardinia, and they're the Sardinia Blue Zone lessons. The very first one is eat a lean, plant-based diet accented with meat. In other words, meat was almost really and truly just kind of like a decoration, so to speak. But meat was largely reserved for Sundays and special occasions. Their Sardinian diet consisted mostly of whole grain bread, beans, garden vegetables, fruits, and in some parts of the island, mastic oil, which is like an alternative to olive oil. You need a brush. Do you want food? Are you excited for your food? Huh? Are you excited? Are you? Are you excited? So for dinner, we're going to have minestrone with some baked bread on the side. So honestly, my inspiration behind this recipe was my garden exploded with zucchini and I needed to eat it. So we've been eating a lot of zucchini, and zucchini is an amazing, amazing vegetable because you can do so much with it. You can turn it into desserts, you can use it as fillers, you can literally put it in your oatmeal and not even taste it. We love zucchini, which is why we grow it every year. So in this recipe, you can pretty much add any veggie that you want. I typically always add a kidney bean, a white bean, zucchini, onions, carrots, celery, a veggie broth, a tomato sauce, and then several either fresh tomatoes out of the garden or canned tomatoes, just whatever you have on hand. So because this was a very lazy recipe, I basically had definitely use fresh cut up veggies in this, but our beans are definitely canned. So you can make this really quick if you have everything already prepped and ready to go. And then of course, what is minestrone without some kind of pasta? So ours, I'll show you, is got so much goodness in it. Oh, I'm so ready for it. But we do season it with Italian seasoning, paprika. I do use a little bit of salt and a little bit of like vegetable bouillon. Sometimes I'll cut up mushrooms in there. You can throw cabbage in there, which is what I have in there right this minute. There's really so many things you can do with it. So I'm going to do the dishes because I made an absolute mess, and I'm gonna get back with you guys. Bye. Just a little tip, make sure to put your noodles, especially if they're gluten-free, in at the end. So click that notification bell if you want to see more videos in the future. We post lots about healing and whole foods, so it was wonderful hanging out with you. I will see you guys later. Bye.